Do you have a partner that just stops talking to you during a conflict? Do they maybe like leave the room or they just completely close down? This is called stonewalling. And so it doesn't have to be a partner. Anyone can stonewall anyone. It can be a colleague, a boss, a parent, etc. And so the reason this happens is because this individual goes into a freeze response during the conflict. Basically, their nervous system gets so amped up that they cannot handle the conflict. They cannot handle all the negative emotions that are surfacing, and they completely freeze. And by freezing, they have to exit the situation or they need to just stop the conflict completely. And the way that they know to do this is to stonewall. Granted, this is incredibly hurtful to the other individual involved, in this case, probably you that's listening to this video. So, what really needs to happen is for the person who is doing the stonewalling to become more aware of what is happening. So, for the first step is to not blame themselves because oftentimes they do feel some guilt in this stonewalling procedure that they do. Just realize that this is essentially a physical, like almost like a biological process that happens. And what they need to do is become very aware of the physical symptoms that occur before they stonewall. So maybe increased heart rate, some people grind their teeth, some people start to get the sweaty palms. Whatever those symptoms are, they need to become more aware of them and they need to be able to communicate that they need space and time to process the negative emotions, to re-regulate their nervous system so that they don't stonewall. And it is on the responsibility of the individual that is stonewalling to do these things, but it can be difficult because stonewalling is a coping mechanism for them. It is a safety response. And so if you are interacting with someone who is doing the stonewalling, it can be really helpful to approach this in almost like a scientific basis. Like, look, like I think, our nervous system's getting, super unregulated during this conflict, and I completely understand why this would happen, but maybe you can communicate with me before the stonewalling happens, and you can take that space and that time that you need in order to re-regulate so that you do not hurt me through the stonewalling that you typically engage in.